Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is on my freaks and peeps? It's not morning, but good afternoon anyway. Hello, 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 or good evening. Maybe it is morning for you. I don't know. Hello, hello. Anyway, welcome, welcome. Ah, I just shoved a load of food in my mouth. So she's hiccuping real bad, but it's fine. We're here. Also, my model keeps like darting off to the side because my fringe keeps getting in the way and it thinks that I'm looking down when I'm not. Dude, how did I cope with all this? Hide? Hide. There we go. Right, anyway. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see everyone. It's us. He is here. I'm probably not going to chat very long because I'm already running late, as you guys know. And also because I am desperate to play this game. Literally, I cannot tell you how much like this game has reinvigorated my like special interest in Monster High, and it is my special interest, and I can comfortably say that now, which is insane for me because. As you guys know, like, I obviously recently, like, somewhat recently, it's a couple months ago now, I recently somewhat got diagnosed with autism, and with having autism, one of those lovely things that does come with it, one of the pros of it is that I have overwhelming intense interest in certain subjects. And Monster High is one of those. I collected the dolls from a young age. It was definitely one of those like earlier special interests that has stuck with me till like adulthood. But I think it's one of those like age classic things, if that makes sense. So for me, it's like I don't even feel bad about it, and that's great. Because obviously at the like when I was a kid, I had different interests and stuff. Like Atlantis was another one of them. That is still one of my special interests. Um, but like things that maybe from like my really earlier years and also special interest now because they weren't really like I guess age appropriate like once I kind of started getting to like later like childhood like earlier teen years um and Monster High is one of those things that sort of grows with you in a way like you know as a kid as a kid I got the dolls because the dolls were cool. It was like an alternative to Barbie or Bratz. I wasn't really allowed Bratz as a kid. I had Bratz. My dad was really into getting us into collecting the Bratz dolls, because my dad also has like auto ADHD, which isn't confirmed or anything, but pretty obvious. And he's been doing a lot more research on himself since I got diagnosed, which has been super nice. And it's also been very validating for my mum because she's been saying all along about it. And it's super sweet because they're starting to get along a lot better because of it. They're like, all good things come out of getting diagnosed, people. It's all good. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so the good stuff about it is like obviously Monster High is like one of those like interests that kind of came probably around the time that the doll line released. It released in 2010. I don't think we had it in the UK till at least 2012, or at least I don't think I started collecting till 2012. I don't remember. I know when I started collecting, it was along the timeline of the Toraline Abbey dolls came out. I'm pretty sure they were on separate lines. I'm not 100% sure. That was around the time that I got into it because they were my first dolls. I remember seeing the adverts on TV and being like, I want that. I need that. Because, like, I was, like, super, like, girly as a kid, right? I was super girly, which, looking at me now, like, on stream, on stream and in person, you'd never be like, that girl's favorite color when she was a child was fucking pink. You'd never look at me and say that now. But, like, it was. And Barbie was, like, really cool, and Barbie was easily accessible. You could get them secondhand quite easily. Like it was affordable. And then Monster High came along, and I feel so bad looking back on it because it must have like been so expensive for my parents to fulfill this like special interest for me every birthday and holiday, but they did it. Bless them. My nana really like went hard on it, which is super nice of her. But I suppose it made it easier for everyone else. And like now I'm an adult, it's like the one thing I know is that if someone has something they're really interested in, it's really easy to buy them gifts for. And I guess it was just one of those things where I was like, oh man, this is like really expensive. But like realistically, it was probably a lot easier getting me Monster High stuff than trying to figure out what kind of Barbie I'd like. So that was that. Um, so yeah, I was like Monster High came along. I don't really know what it is. Obviously, like it was probably because around the time that I got into it and around the time that it would have been released, like MySpace, scene culture, Tumblr would have been quite big things. Like they would have been quite coming into like, I mean, scene culture and MySpace would have been coming to the end of its life at that time. Because this was like they released in 2010. I think scene culture kind of died out around 2008. I'm not 100% sure on that. Um, but like alternative fashion was very big and ruled hard for several years. So Monster High was kind of the result from that, which was super cool. But it will. I remember being like interested in alternative fashion as like a little kid, but like not enough to be like, oh yeah, this is how I want to dress because you know I was still at the age where my parents picked my clothes, you know. So like Monster High is very much one of those things that came along and kind of made me realize who I truly was on the inside. But like it had a really like big impact on me growing up. Like and I mean I can sit here and quite easily say there were several things at the time that like probably impact what I'm into. Winx Club was another one. I did have a special interest in Winx Club, or at least a hyperfixation on Winx Club. I wouldn't call it like a die-hard special interest now. Like Monster High is definitely a die-hard like special interest. Simon Pegg's another one. Body Modification is another one. Atlantis is another one. You guys know. You guys know. And I do go through phases. Like they kind of come in like cycles. So like I'll be interested in one thing for one time, and then I'll be interested in another thing. And my brain can't really cope with like more than one thing at once. So I typically like tend to only focus on like one special interest at a time, which isn't ideal. And also it's one of those weird things where I felt like such a phony when I was going in to get diagnosed for autism because how do you explain to people that like you don't just have one special interest, but apparently it's very normal, so that's nice. Because like the way they like talk about having autism is like they're like, oh yeah, it has like a really like strong special interest in like a very specific subject, and I'm like over here like no. Maybe like a couple, but like and I'm like and this isn't to say like even if I'm like not like hyper fixating on it at that time, that doesn't mean to say that like if I was for example like gifted something or shown something to do with that interest that I wouldn't like I wouldn't stub my nose at it, if that makes sense. Like, I'd still be interested in it. I just might not be, it might just not consume, like, my every thought. And Monster High is really doing that at the minute, which is super fun because there is nothing more, like, enjoyable when you're autistic is, like, indulging yourself in your special interests. And I really have been, like, indulging myself. I haven't, like, for anyone panics, no, I haven't spent a lot of money. I did buy a collector doll the other day, though. But I am in two minds whether I'm gonna get it or not, to be honest. I think I will. They just haven't shipped it yet, and I ordered it on like Tuesday. So I mean, it's been 2 days, and I'm just being impatient. But like, you know. But I got the Claudine Wolf, Holiday, I think they're the collector ones. I don't really know what the Skeletor. They're not really the Skeletor ones. I don't really. They were like the ones like the Christmas special ones, and they had like a load of different ones. Welcome, Net. Good to see you, Net. Drink, redeem, drink dummy. Thank you, Net. I will. crack open a cold one and drink to that. Yeah, um so they had like a load of Christmas ones, which I didn't know about growing up. Obviously they hadn't released yet. But it's the because these have come around the time of G3, and if you don't understand how Monster High works, basically like the generation that would have been around when I was a kid, when I was like a kid to teenager, like that age, 2010 to I think about 2017, 18. No, they stopped doing them before that. Um, like mid to tens, like in that like time period. Sometime in that decade they stopped doing them. But the Generation 1, which is, you guys know, we're playing the game right now, that's Generation 1, right? Generation 2 came around like the end of that era, and it became like what was called like Barbie High, I think that's the term used, because basically they were a lot cheaper. And I feel really bad about this because I was like always like, I'm never gonna have one of those dolls. Like if I see them, I don't want anything to do with them. Guys, I have one. It was gifted to me, and I didn't have the heart to tell my aunt that it was a Generation 2, and I didn't want one of those. But she like very kindly made like a very alternative outfit on it. Um, so it's cute. I'm not upset about it. It's very cute. It makes me very happy. But if you don't understand, basically, like the best way I can explain it is it's the quality of the doll. So Generation 1 had like full like articulation, which basically means all the joints move. So the wrist, the elbows, the shoulders, the hips, and the knees. And if you had a Manster, which was the male version, I think their feet moved. I'm not 100% sure on that though, because I never had a Manster. So their feet moved, as far as I'm aware. So they had like pretty full articulation, right? Oh, and the head moved, obviously, but like full articulation, right? Generation 2 came along, and they stopped producing like they stopped being a good quality. So the Generation 1 ones were like they were expensive, but they were worth the money. Like they were worth the money at the time. So like a standard a standard what was called a coffin box, which was basically like the full sized box. A standard coffin box would be anywhere between like 25 to 30 pounds, British pounds that is, which is super affordable. It's super crazy to look back on because they do not cost that anymore. And they were quite common. You could get them at most toy stores. Occasionally, they had what was like the budget lines, which were thinner boxes. There wasn't so much art on them. It was pretty bog standard, like, oh, it's just the collections, like box art kind of thing. They didn't really have any personalization kind of thing. And they were super cool. They were affordable. Then they could range anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds, right? So definitely like the more affordable ranges. And they like kind of came a little interesting. I'm so sorry if this is your first time here. Welcome, Quadasilla. I'm sorry, I'm talking about my special interest. So basically, like the thinner boxes were, hello, welcome. So the thinner boxes were definitely the more like considered budget friendly ones, and they were more affordable. And there was nothing wrong with those. They were pretty standard. They maybe didn't have as many accessories. The stands were pretty like repetitive. I think that's the wording. They were pretty repetitive. That was fine. It came with all the standard stuff. It came with a stand. It came with a brush. You know, standard like dull dull. What do you call it? Like accessories, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes, if it was part of like a collection, typically the singular boxes came with like a photo card. Which if you got most of the collection, you would like collect all these cards with like the artwork for that collection on it. It was pretty standard. I think I've got like 2 of them, but I've got like a bunch of those dolls. The problem is like as a kid, you don't take care of your shit as well as you should. And yeah, there was like a time. I had loads of diaries because I got all of them new. I don't think I've actually got any secondhand dolls. I think the only secondhand dolls I have are the ones that my sibling also got, because at the time that I was into it, they also got my sibling some stuff. They ended up not being into it later in life, got rid of a bunch of them, and then realized it was still one of my special interests, and so they gifted me the rest. So I've got all those. And that's the only secondhand ones I've got. So this holiday one is going to be the first secondhand one I've got. That's crazy to think about. I'm not against buying secondhand. I'm quite happy to buy them secondhand, and I will continue, like, once I get them on display, I will continue to buy them secondhand. The reason I didn't have any secondhand ones is because they don't, like, have them in charity shops. I recently went to a charity shop near me, and they had 2 in there, right? They want £15 for each of them, which would be, like, to any collector would be, like, affordable. Except they're not complete. And one of them is a creator monster, which is like a Monster High doll that you could like customize to your own like interests. They were super cool back in the day, but like they had 2 of them, and one was another one. I won't go into details because I don't want to give away my location accidentally. Someone who can actually read my name, right? Is it Quadricilla? Yeah, Quadricilla. VODs, there you go. Yes, cool. Yeah, I do try. I'm not very good at reading, so the fact that I got your name right first time is like, ace. Well, you're welcome. Better than most, good. Well, you're welcome. But they say, yeah, so they have these, like, they have a load of stuff in that shop, and they want like £15 for each of them, which, considering the fact that the dolls come with clothes, accessories, and shoes, that would be an affordable price, right? It's not, because they're not actual, like, they don't have any of the correct, like, clothes or accessories. They've literally, like, someone's just got rid of, like, their toys, like, their kids' toys, and, like, they've just come in whatever, like, clothing they were last played in. And it's the wrong clothing, and I'm like in 2 minds about getting at least like one of them, but then the other one I'm like, oh, but it's got other accessories that I could probably use. I'm in 2 minds about it because they want £15 for each of them. They also have some diaries. The other thing is like one of those dolls, pretty sure if I got the completed doll, right, of that like character, if I got the completed doll in that generation's like outfit and stuff, because they all the body molds and stuff had a specific line that they were with. So like Dawn of the Dance had its own like mold and hairstyle. Skull Shores also had its own mold and hairstyle, that sort of thing. The generation this one's from, or the series this one's from, to get that one secondhand in a completed outfit is literally like £20. So it's like, it's not worth it because I then have to go and buy all the accessories, the clothes, and I'd have to like do it all myself. I'm not against doing that, but not when I'm already paying £15 for a doll. And then I looked online and realized that's pretty standard for even naked ones, so that's not great. Most read it as a Quesadilla. Oh god, no, it's Quadricilla. I'm good with cues. You're welcome. You will always be Quadricilla here. Yeah, so it's not really worth it. It's not worth the money. Is what I'm trying to tell myself to not go back. Thank you very much for the follow, Quadricilla. I hope that you enjoy your time here, and we welcome you in the Forest of Fantasy. I hope you have a good time, and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, what was I saying? I'm losing track. So they're not worth it. And I keep trying to convince myself that to not go back to the shop and buy them because they've been in there for weeks. And I'm like in 2 minds about like getting them because I keep going back hoping that they'll reduce the price on them. Because they've got like a bunch of like little like die cut figures. I don't really know how to explain them. They are from like, they are official. They're not very good. And they weren't released very good. And they're not usable because they were used in like an app or something. I don't know enough about it. But like, they had some figures. They're not a complete one, and it's the fact that they want like £8 each for those, but you can buy the boxed ones for less. So it's not worth it. But I want them. The problem is like I've got like 38 plus potentially dolls, right? Big money, right? Listen, I was a die-hard Monster High fan as a kid. It was a special interest that pretty much took me to the like college years, right? I was not giving up on that interest. So I've got quite a few dolls, right? The issue is that they all need restoring. Which, if you know anything about Monster High, which I'm assuming most of my chat don't, my 38, each one of those needs restoring because with Monster High dolls, the way they sealed the hair in. So if you don't know, like a Monster High doll, like basically has like a load of hair. Like it's usually like Saran or like I think a couple of them were Kanekalon, but I just don't know which ones. But it was mostly Saran hair, which is a hair type that you can get for like dolls and stuff. The way that you attach that hair to a doll is you have to basically like puncture it into their head with a very specific needle. Got no clue what it is. Oh no, that's fine. I don't think many people do. So the way that you attach the hair to the doll is you would have to get this like very fine needle, and it's basically like a regular sewing needle, just with the loop that you would put like string in, like cut in half, so that you get like these two pincers, and then you would puncture that into the. I don't know what the heads were made out of. 100% off the top of my head. I think it's some sort of resin. The heads were kind of squishy, so you would like they would puncture those in, and obviously they had sewing machines to do this in the factories that these were made, so they were done like in a standard way, right? If you're a collector or like if you're someone who does like custom dolls or one of a kind dolls, you have to do it by hand because no one's got time to buy a machine. And this is how I know about this. So the way that they put this hair in is like they punctured it into the scalp, right? And it's just like a single like loop, so it's not going to stay in place on its own, especially once you start brushing the hair. It's all going to come out. So the way that they seal it, and this is standard across any doll customization of this sort, is that what you then had to do was that you had to put glue inside the scalp, and obviously they've got a hole in the like neck joint so that you could attach it to the body. So they would put the glue in that, like give it a swish around, right? Seal in the hair, put it on the doll. It's done, right? Bob's your uncle. It's done. Unfortunately, I don't know the like technicalities of like the chemicals or anything in this like situation, but what would eventually happen, and this is pretty standard across most of the Monster High dolls in my experience, and I've got it, and I can attest to this. What would eventually happen is the glue would do what's called glue seepage, and it's basically where I think just over time the like glue just melts and like slides off the scalp, and it slides through all the holes. And if you've got a lighter skinned doll, it'll start staining the actual doll's like forehead, which is really hard to fix. And it's not hard if you live in a country where you get sunshine. I live in the UK. We get no sunshine, so like this is not a issue I can fix with ease. So what would happen is that glue would like it would slide over time. It would start going into the like actual scalp itself. It wouldn't cause any problems to the joints or anything. It would just stain the like skin, which is not the greatest thing to fix, because what you have to do is you have to put like hydrogen peroxide on the like the flesh that's been like stained. And this is also how you get rid of sun bleach if you've like kept them in a windows area. Sun, what is sun? Exactly. Oh, we're all basement dwellers here. So you'd put hydrogen peroxide on the actual doll, on the stained parts. You'd wrap it in like cling film or saran wrap, whatever your country calls it, and you'd plastic wrap, I don't know, and then you'd leave it out in the sun or in a UV box, which I'm not committing to. But like you'd put it out in the sun for Some people do it for like 3 hours. Some people do it for like 2 days. I think it purely depends on how bad the like staining is. Um, you just leave it to cook basically. And if you're wondering what hydrogen peroxide, or at least this sort of like peroxide is, it's basically just the stuff that you. It's if you've ever dyed your hair or bleached your hair, it's the liquid that goes in with the bleach powder. You just don't put the bleach on it, obviously. Um, so you put that in the sun and it usually just cooks it. And I don't know the like chemical side of it, but it works. I've seen it work so many times. And it basically just like lightens the skin back to its original like resin color. I don't know why. It just works. Some people have like great success with it. Some people have a little bit of success, but I think it purely depends on where you live and how much sunshine you're getting. Which is unfortunate and also fortunate. Not so fortunate for me. I live in the fucking UK. So that's the fix to that. The other issue that comes with the glue is that the hair, like, it obviously does seep through the holes that you've punctured the hair through, into the hair itself. And obviously, like, most of these dolls had some sort of like hair gel or fixodent or like something to keep the dolls like in like that pristine sort of like fashion, which was great for like the first year of having the doll, and then it was like terrible after like a while because it would go sticky, you'd get dust on it, you'd be spending, it'd be a full-time job trying to clean that doll, right? So it's like not an easy fix, right? That glue goes into the hair. So how do you get rid of that? You have to use glue gun. I don't know what the UK equivalent is. I've got to research it because I need to get some. It's a pretty easy fix, but keep in mind, I've got like 38 plus dolls. I've got to do that for most of them. I'm dreading. I don't think I've got many of the like lighter skinned ones, so I might get away with it, but like I'm dreading having to like deal with the ones that have glue seepage in the scalp because I live in the UK and it's October and I've got no sunshine and I'm not gonna get sunshine again until like the summer. And I hate the sun. I don't like the sun. I'm pale as anything. So my other alternative is to get like a UV box. I literally don't know the other solution to this. This is the one that's like most recommended online because everyone's like, oh, it's easy. You just get some hydrogen peroxide and a bit of saran wrap, which most people have in their cupboard, and then you just put it out in the sun to bake. And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like I live in the UK. So it's not an easy fix for me. And I'm like, I also don't live somewhere like, I don't have a backyard. I have a slab of concrete out back with really high walls because like we're in like a weird like terraced bit that's like, they've just put a backyard back there. I don't know why. So it's not somewhere that gets a lot of sunshine. So I don't actually know how I'm gonna fix this like at all because I can't leave the dolls in that slab of concrete because that slab of concrete gets no sunshine. But I can't leave it out front because well, for one, high walls, I have no like surfaces outside the front of my house in which I can like put shit on. And also, I live in a high traffic area, as in like foot walking. Like people walk past my house quite often because I live in like a busy part of my area. Um, the foot walk, people walk past, people steal shit all the time in that area. I don't know why. I would lose it basically. I would not get to keep it. So I've got two choices. One, get a UV box, which they can be made, but again, I need UV lights, and I also have a very high electrical bill already, so I don't know how much that's gonna cost me. And then two, I could just wait till summer and put it on the windowsill behind me in my office, which is where I am right now, and just hope that it cooks. I don't think it will. So pray for me. Literally pray for me. I have not dared look at the box. I've looked in the box, like, when did I last look in the box? Probably when I was, like, getting ready to move house. It's been under my bed for, like, years, because, despite the fact that this is, like, my main special interest, I was in a very small room, and I ended up getting a high sleeper, and I ended up like growing up. Obviously, still huge on Monster High. I don't want to like sit here and be like, I gave up on it for a while. No, it didn't. It always sat in the back of my mind. It was just one of those things where I like had to kind of try and like pretend to be neurotypical for like years. Because when you're a kid, it's not that bad, but like when you're coming into your teenage years, like you have to kind of fit in to make friends and stuff. You'll know. And one of those things I had to give up was Monster High, because I literally took a Monster High bag to school for like the first year maybe, and I was very open about the fact that it was my special interest. I got taken to pieces by other kids in my class, so I stopped basically. Yeah. It's like this. It sounds like I'm trying to say a sob story. It's like pretty normal. I'm not like that broken up about it. I just don't know how to continue this conversation. Um, so I had to stop for like a good few years, and then I got into art college, and then my interests changed around that time. So supernatural became big, body modification became big, alternative subculture became big. The other things started taking over like my free time. And yeah, Monster High came up often as like things I was interested in. It was just not something I talked about. Winter, like no sun, middle of summer, always sun. I know, you're telling me. I'm so sorry, I didn't read that message quickly, but yeah, no, literally, like so much sun in the summer and like baking. In this house, the winter, it's September. Well, September hits, right? Here. I live in Cornwall, by the way. I live in Cornwall in the UK. Summer hits here. You can't go outside. It's so humid. But like in my house, it was like unbearably warm in here in the upstairs, but the downstairs, because it's all concrete, it was cold as anything, and I loved it. It was like literally, if I was overheating in the summer, I was like, I'm gonna go home because my house is cold for some reason. So we would come home and it'd be cold, and it was super nice. And then winter came, except winter hasn't come. It's October. September hit pretty much the first week of September. It was fucking freezing here. I don't know how to explain how cold it is. I'm literally sat here talking to you guys with a blanket on my lap. And before you're like, Jasper, just turn on the heating. I can! It's expensive! Cost of living is like a lot, guys! No, I don't know how much it costs to run the heating. We haven't dared run it. Like, we're kind of trying to hold off on running it too much in October, because we know damn well that, like, around Christmas time, we're gonna be so cold. So the heating will be more prevalent then. Right now, we're trying very hard to not need it. So that means thermal bed sheets all around. We're trying, but not fun. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's cold here. And I have circulation issues. So I'm in like not agony yet, but I'm in considerable pain in my joints because circulation issues. I have like mild Raynaud's from my mother and my nana. And I also have like Disney princess hands where they're so like thin and like knobbly, right? Because of that, when it gets cold, I feel it. Like I really feel it. I think last year on stream, I was wearing gloves to like stream because I was that cold that I couldn't even move my fingers to touch the keyboard. Like it's pretty bad. In the middle of summer, we got 24/7 sun. Pretty strange to be outside at 3 a.m. and it looks like morning. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you must live like quite far up then. Dude. Oh man. I mean, I wake up at 2 a.m. to go to work. And like, my life would be so much easier if it was still daytime. I suppose it's not really fun for trying to get sleep. To be honest, I have to sleep in the daytime before I come on stream right now. I've been asleep all morning. And it's not fun. Like, it's not fun trying to sleep with, like, daylight coming in. Invest in a good face mask if you're of the lighter hours during sleep time. Read like I am. Purely by choice. I love my job, but, like, trying to sleep in the daytime is not fun. It's alright now, because, like, now I'll go to bed at, like, 9 p.m. and it's dark here, right? But, like, when I first moved here, it was still light, and I didn't have any curtains, and it was awful. I live in Norway. Another Norwegian! At least the last time I checked, so I think so. Goddamn, I feel for you. Another, yes, our lovely friend of the channel, Klutzy Mina. She's my dear bestie. She occasionally pops in. I'm surprised she's not here today, but she might pop in at some point. Klutzy Mina is a dear friend. She lives in Norway. We collab with her quite often. And if you join the Discord, she's quite active in there as well. Which is... Oh, cool. Yeah! Will do. Thank you. Yeah. If you're talking about joining the Discord, it's exclamation mark Discord in the chat, and it'll give you a... I got so confused then by the Duolingo mark. What the fuck? Already done. Cool. Thank you. We're glad to have you there. I'm sorry, it's not very active, I will be honest. I'm not great with, like, replying to anything. She's a night owl, except I'm not. I just work at night. I'm talking too much. I need to play the game. Yeah. Fun times. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, we'll get on to Monster High now. I'm just gonna go straight into it because she's if I take a break right now, it'll break it up. But, like, I also just kind of want to play, and I'll go on break shortly after if I need to. Right. I gotta find it. So, fun fact with this game, not available anywhere. You have to get it on, like, an archive website. Just a heads up. I also have to play it with no sound because she's copyrighted. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. I also, every time we play this, I have to, like, put a disclaimer in. Not really a disclaimer, but the disclaimer is that we get notifications for the news feed, right? The news feed, I can't read the news feed because last stream, which, Jesus Christ, this is so loud. You guys can't hear this. I'm literally getting deafened. The problem with the iCoffin newsfeed, right? Here we go. Is that we found out last stream that every time we open it, because it's glitched out, when we try and open it now, it just crashes the game. And rip your ears, I know. Thank you. If we try and open the iCoffin now, it attacks as the newsfeed, which isn't, like, massively important, I don't think. I really hope not. It just crashes the game. I don't know how to fix that. I don't think there is any fix to that. The problem with it is, like, this game is, like, quite a few years old now, so realistically, like, there probably isn't a fix, and if there is a fix, it's probably not accessible to me because this game isn't available anywhere. So, dude, what's with all the ghosts at the bottom screen? Right, load game. Right, while that's loading, I'll turn the volume back up. There we go. I hope that's not too loud. But this is us. Oh god. And we're gonna be able to move. Okay, there we go. I forget that you can't move the camera angles. That's another thing. There is no camera angle control, so like, literally, this is just the WASD button, which isn't ideal. That notification drives me up the wall. That notification accesses this. So, you'll see that there are 10 plus notifications here. We can't open any of them because it will crash the whole game, so... No can do, but let's look at the things we can buy. That's not bad. Let's get these, they're green. We've got a green thing going on, because if you didn't know, it's my favorite color. Not that you can tell, because, like, realistically, like, my whole stream is, like, brown at the minute. I can't tell you, like, there is nothing that brings me more joy than customizing things in games. I think we changed to this outfit, didn't we? The Kermit the Frog. Yeah, we've got some options with the outfits. I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna really struggle to find something to go with these sparkly leggings, but I want to. The graphics are also just like a product of the time. What am I thinking? Do I prefer these or do I prefer these? I think I'm gonna go with these. I'm gonna stick with it in a minute. Oh, okay, she hadn't changed. Maybe I should change the top because we're always wearing that top. The Kermit the Frog top is so funny to me. Never didn't drink. Don't think you know I will drink to that. It's such a, like... it's such an oversight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, who the fuck in the design team saw this and went, yes, except let's make the color green. I think that would look freaky fab. No, it looks like fucking Kermit the fucking Frog. Never mind. Cool. And then I will tidy up my bedroom so I get pocket money, because I think that's how that works. I think the hair is the same. Yeah, I don't think I changed the hair, but... Time for school! I would have killed for her bedroom when I was growing up, though. All the Monster High stuff. I used to, like... I have all the magazines, right? I collected them for years. Years and years and years, right? So I've got all the, like, original, like, Monster High magazines, at least the ones that were available in the UK. The only one I'm missing is the first issue. Oh, and the ones that got damaged. Which I need to go through and actually, like, see what I need to replace. But I bought them all as they came out. Except the first one, because the first one wasn't, like, released in my store. That wasn't great. But in all these, like, issues of the magazine, right? They came with, like, a poster, and it was a double-sided poster, so you could, like, have either or. I used to, like, take these posters out, and I stuck them all over my wall, right? I had, like, a whole wall of them very quickly. And then after a while, I was like, I need to start, like, rotating them. And, of course, they were magazine quality. So, like, a couple of them are ripped, unfortunately, but I still have most of them. I also, like, I don't know what happened to, because you used to, it was a kid's magazine, right? So, you used to be able to get, like, toys and stuff in them. I had most of it for, like, a long time, and I've still got most of the, like, purses and stuff. But the, who the fuck is texting me right now? I'm busy. I'm at school. I'm at Monster High School. That's my family chat. But yeah, so... What was I saying? Yeah, so I had most of these, like, posters and stuff, and I had most of the, like, stuff that came in them, which now are probably worth something, but I don't know what happened to most of them. I need to find them. Probably also not worth anything. Probably just copium. Right, objectives, find Venus. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I got so confused then. But I will check the shop regularly. Right, here's where we're going. So we're gonna find 2 of the, like, monsters. Where am I going? Right, what? Arrow, pick a fucking location. The pain of old games, but they can still be great. This is the second, like, I don't want to say emulator because this isn't an emulator. But this is the second, like, abandonware game that we've ever played. There we go. This is the second abandonware game we've ever played. We originally played The Sims 2 for the PSP on the PC. But we played that a long time ago. That did me really well on, like, YouTube. It didn't do me so well at stream, but it's fine. I'm not really concerned about numbers. But it definitely, like, made me so happy just, like, as a person. And it was just fun, like, getting to play the games that I would have looked at as a child and gone, like, I want to play that, and then didn't. So yeah, I mean, oh my god, this is so funny to me as well. These dolls, right? The doll of Sarah Screams, which is this character, this green one right here. You can't get it. It was like a double pack with VODs, I think was his name. And it was expensive at the time. It's extortionate now. What's worse is I really want this Laura McNessie, which is this one. But she's also considered a collector's item. She's worth like £200. I'm so sad. I'm working on it. But I did get both of these. I have both of these, like, in these original outfits. What is going on with... Oh, okay, it was a pointer. Yeah, old games are great, and I'm very happy with playing the old games. I did say, like, a long time ago, I was talking to Mina about it. I said, like, I want to do more with, like, my special interests, and Monster High is definitely one of those things I wanted to get more into on stream. And she said it was a great idea, so it's not really, it's definitely going to appeal to a niche audience if I do, like, care about that, but, like, it's more just self-fulfillment, because if I'm happy, my chat's happy, and that's what counts. Remember to use soothing words and then pat it twice. Use more soothing words and pat it twice. Again. Wait, are we talking about the giant carnivorous plant too? No? Yes, and it's spooktacular. Bruh, I saw something today where they were talking about, like, each of the characters being like, oh, I like phytology, but I don't like I can't remember any of the classes. Homic, you know, those sort of, like, what classes do you like? What classes don't you like? That sort of, like, very, like, personality sort of introductions that you got with the original dolls. And fucking Venus with Flytrap was like, I love phytology, but I hate woodworking because I can hear the screams of the wood as it goes into, like, the saw. Which is like, Hen, are you okay? She's a plant monster, so it makes sense. But it's like, Jesus Christ, like, sometimes Monster High was, like, very pandering towards kids, and then sometimes it was very much unhinged. It's like, occasionally they drop something, like, horrific in to be like, oh yeah, just so you know, these guys are monsters. Sounds quite dangerous to have something like that in this school. Is there any, how do you say, danger to the students? I'm really fucking this accent up. I don't even know where she's from. Not if everyone follows these instructions. Maybe we should get the word out on the Glory Gazette. Oh, I will be sure to put it in the paper, but I'm definitely writing my own story on this. Oh god. Sensational! Thanks, Rochelle. Oh god. That was a mistake. JasperWackx, did you hear that? We're gonna be in the paper. Oh, Gore. This is exciting. Come and see us tomorrow. She was definitely one of the cooler, like, dolls. Like, she's got, like, that half. Hang on. Maybe it'll let me look. Can I, like... So she's got, like, a half split. And on the doll, it was so cool because she only had like half the head like weft. I think it's called weft, where it's like got the like hair, and then the other side was there's a notification I can't read. And then on the other side, it was like a fuzzy like felt flocking. It was so cool. Fuck off! No, I can't breathe, dude. My nose is so blocked. I'm a bit, like, reluctant to blow my nose on stream because I think we did that last week and I ended up bleeding everywhere. Oh my god, they're still dancing. They just vibe together, dude. Same brain cell. I genuinely thought they were the same character when I first got into Monster High. Because back then you could get a Holt Hyde, which is the blue one. But you couldn't get Heath Burns, or at least you couldn't in the UK at the time. And I don't think you ever could. I don't think I ever saw a Heath Burns in toy stores. God, this school is like so big, and I appreciate the like, what do you call it? Attention to detail, that's the one. I appreciate the attention to detail, like where you feel like you're actually running through the school halls, but it's like so like long. And I'm so sick of it. Another doll I had, Abby Abominable, she was one of my first dolls I ever had. I still have her. But Katrine de Mew, as a kid, I wanted her so bad, and I almost got her on eBay, and my mother was like, oh, wait until, like, after Christmas and everyone will be getting rid of their, like, duplicates and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then I forgot, so I never got her. But Toralei Stripe I had. Oh. And... Okay. Spectra Vondergeist was one of the ones I had. Stay quiet or call out. Oh.
Oh, Spectra, are you okay?
I'm over the Sphinx.
Oh god, she's like possessed all of them!
Okay, let's get to it, ghouls.
Oh god! Oh yeah, the fucking voice acting, Jesus Christ. The amount of time I have run around in schools in Persona 3 and 5, goddamn, I feel.
This council meeting is now in session. So everyone, how did everything go with the flyers? Any feedback from the students yet? Katrine, what did you want to say?
Feedback from the students I spoke to was spooktacular. Everyone seems to be really excited.
That's fantastic. Anyone else with something to add? Spectra? Hookum, spookum, pyramid head. Better stop the curse or we'll wind up dead. Rah rah, rescue team, ghoul for the school. Only a newbie, yes, can save us all.
Oh my god. I wanna die listening to this. Oh my god, the embarrassment. Literally, this is like, playing this game, I'm like, half the time I'm like, self-fulfillment, this is great. And then occasionally, like, they start talking and I'm like, I would rather die. I'd rather die than listen to this. Like, genuinely, like, I get cringed out by my special interest when they do shit like this. Feels like a bad anime dub. What makes this worse is this is the original voice acting. There is no dub or anything. This is straight up the voice acting that was done in the games, in the web series, in the like some of the adverts, I think, and then in the movies. Pain. I wish I could say it got better. It didn't. But G3 got better. Like, they sort of dropped the, like, sort of stereotyped accents in G3, which I think a lot of people appreciated to some extent, but then sometimes it was a bit like, oh man, like why'd they change like where they were originally from and stuff. It just didn't work. But I headcanon that like G3 is like their earlier years, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, no, the voice acting is genuinely, it makes my skin crawl. Immersion, just try to like bear with me on this.
Oh, sure, Spectra, that helps a lot. You feeling okay, Ghoul? Maybe you should try posting that up on your blog?
Bruh, I also swear to God, like, the Werecats, which is what Toralei Strife is, what Katrine Dimmu is, and what the Werecat sisters, Melody and Persephone, I'm pretty sure that was an original concept on Monster High's part. I'm not 100% sure on that, don't quote me on that, but I remember being like, oh my god, it's like a werewolf, but a cat. I remember thinking it was like the coolest thing growing up, which is why I ended up with the Toralei Strife toy first. Because she was the first werecat, and then they released quite a few werecats actually, come to think of it. It was her, Katrine Dimmu, the twins, which was Melody and Persephone, and Katy Dinur, who we see in Robotics Club. Yeah, I don't know, but it's I'll just bear with me on the like voice acting.
Yeah, good idea. Sure, I'm okay. Why do you ask? Oh, it's nothing. You just spaced out for a minute. Maybe go and see the school nurse after the meeting's over, just to be safe, Ghoul. Okay then, next item on the agenda.
She's a ghost. She's already dead. I'm just saying. I shall bear with you, bro. I am cringing through this.
Delicious cookies. We need to get them so we can sell them. A bake sale without baked goods isn't a sale at all. So, can anyone think of a way to get our hands on a bunch of creepalicious cookies on the cheap? How about you, New Ghoul? You're always full of good ideas.
Cooking club.
Of course, the cooking club. Why didn't I think of that? Better still, Doof owes me a couple of favors, so I'll call one of them in. Well, that's it for today, ghouls. Just before we go, New Ghoul, can I count on you to go and speak to Deuce at the cooking club to see if they can bake the creepalicious cookies?
Nah, I'm too busy. No, I can do it.
Great. Thanks for that. And remember, if Deuce is hesitant to help us out, remind him that he owes Toralei one. He'll know what it means, and it should seal the deal. Okay, meeting's adjourned. See you all at the fundraiser tomorrow.
Jeez. Okay, she's just repeating the same line. Maybe the ghost is feeling down. Yeah, maybe. Dude, I wanna like... Hello? I just wanna like give a pat on the back to the school nurse that deals with all the monsters. Yeah, baby. Didn't even have to do any work. Right, what's the objectives? Okay. It's still dancing! Here we go. Oh, hey broski.
Oh,
Like-
hey there, newbie. I've been hearing some good rumors about you. Sounds like you're really starting to leave your mark here at Monster High. You should keep that up. So, let me guess why you're here. I'll wager that the council needs the cooking club to help with the bake sale, and that Toralei sent you over because I owe her one. Am I right? Yeah, I am.
Dude, he hasn't spoken because we've done like he's acting like this is the first time we met him, but like I've been partaking in the cooking club for a while now. But the he doesn't speak in that, I'm pretty sure. So this is like, oh no, he has a voice now. Respect the dedication, straight up. Spot on.
I knew it!
Okay.
That Toralei, she never forgets doing anyone a favor. That's why she makes a great council president. She's always got an IOU or two up her sleeve to get things rolling. Just between you and me, everyone's so jazzed about the fundraiser, the cooking club would have helped anyway. But keep that between us. What Toralei doesn't know won't hurt her, and it means that's one less that I owe her. I'll have those creepalicious cookies to you by tomorrow's council meeting.
Christ. Well, there you go. Yeah, see, he has the shoes I really wanted as a kid. Now I'm an adult with adult money, I got the shoes. So I got the checkered vans. Oh, please. Fuck off. Can't read them. Get to class. Why does it look like they're having a fight? Dude, there is a part of me that always, like, cringes whenever I see Gil, because in the web series, he was such a cunt. Oh my god! They're trying to lead me into a stairwell. He was a real arsehole to Laguna in the web series. Like, I think he's quite a hated character in general, because he was just, like, the nastiest piece of work. What is this? Okay. He was just like, his parents were racist towards Laguna. It's a short story of it, because she was a saltwater fish type, and then he was a freshwater fish type, hence the tank. And because of that, like, they got together, right? They're like, oh, like, we're in love, and then his parents were like, fucking, I think the fuck not. And basically said they were going to pull him out of school or something if he continued to date her. And it was like, he just went along with it. He didn't even stand up to his parents about her. And it was like, man, what the fuck? I do like his redesign for Gen 3. I'm not, like, big on the Gen 3 Monster High in general, but, like, there are some designs that I will sit here quite happily and say, like, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. Toralei being one of them. I think I'm just a die-hard Toralei fan. Even though she was an absolute... She's the antagonist? She's the main bad guy in the, like, web series and stuff. She was not a nice character, but, like, she was iconic. Yeah, these are the Werecat sisters. Your shoes are amazing. Did you get them from Monstore? Oh, they're always out when I look. Melody and I used to be fear leaders. Why are you still wearing the uniform if you're not fear leaders anymore? We gave it up though because gymnastics is more interesting. Alright, sure. I have the Werecat sisters. I don't know what happened with that. Like, I genuinely, it was Christmas, and then I was presented with this Christmas gift from my nana, and it was the Werecat twins in a box set. So I have the original one, because they've had the Creep production, reproduction ones available. These things are so noisy. They had... Oh. They had the Creep production re-releases, obviously, of them, as they did many of the main cast. But I have the originals. Because around the time... Frankie as well, I think I have one of the originals. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. Because at the time that I got her, the Creep... Boo original Creep production hadn't happened yet, so it's definitely not the, like, 2024... I think that was the year they came out. It's not the reproduction ones. which at the time were affordable, right? They were like, the reproductions were like 20 £20, I think, on the store, like, to get the, like, reproduction. I don't know, I wasn't really, like, paying attention to it at the time. And also, I live in the UK. So, like, take a shot every time I say I live in the UK. Well, I live in the UK, so, like, the Mattel store is just not really an option for me. Because it's obviously in the US. So I have to basically wait for everything to come out in, I think Smith's, I found out, is the only place that does it in the UK. So I get most of them from Smith's. But they're, yeah, the Creep production ones sold out pretty quick, and they were only £20 then. I've seen prices for them in the, like, £100 to £200 pound range on, like, secondhand selling sites. Insane. And that's for, like, the reproduction ones, which do look different. They're not, like, they're very, very, very similar, but the eye shape is slightly different. So the reproduction ones are, like, worth a lot. I dread to think what, like, the gold band original ones are worth. Especially because I potentially have one of those. I know I have that Draculaura, but she's broken. But she was broken. I did fix her. But the band that she had originally, which was Black Band, broke, so pretty much the only verification I have for that doll is gone. It was also not mine, it was my siblings. But I have her now, because I have many of them. I do need to, like, at some point, like, pull out the collection for you guys. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. I want lemons, not cookies. Why would you want lemons? You certainly know a lot about this. It's my special interest. I have autism. No. To answer your statement. So, if you aren't aware, I have autism. I got diagnosed a few months ago. And one of my many prominent special interest is Monster High, and so it's something that is my current hyperfixation, so I'm talking a lot about it at the minute, and I'm thinking a lot about it at the minute, which isn't helping from playing the game, but I'm not unhappy about it, so you guys are getting, like, the full blast of, like, my special interest. I think you mentioned it at the start, probably. But yeah. Oh no, we have to do the fucking dance.
Cleo? Do you think it's going to be a repeat of last year?
Oh god, what happened last year?
I guarantee it.
The iconic trio. So I have her, I have Draculaura's original, I also have Frankie's original, I don't have Claudine's.
Hey, Nugul, have you seen Cleo around?
At the council.
That's strange. What was she doing at the council? So, you walked in on Cleo chatting with Spectra before the council meeting? What happened after that?
She ran away.
That just makes no sense. I mean, what would Cleo be doing at the student council anyway? Weirder still, why was she talking to Spectra and running off without saying a word? Well, that's just not Cleo. It's downright bizarre. That's right. Maybe all the pressure of trying to win the Monster Nationals is finally getting to her. I know she took it really hard when we came runners-up last year. True, Cleo loves to win, but she thrives under pressure. I can't believe she'd crack. But what's really weird is I saw her talking to Spectra this morning just before lunch. Twice in one day. Something strange really is going on. But what can it be? It's gotta be more than just a coincidence.
Maybe she's just really in Spectra at the minute. Oh.
So, what's more than just a coincidence?
Oh god.
Oh, bolts! It was nothing, just a rumor I heard about some freshman student. Don't worry about it. So, why are you ghouls yammering instead of practicing? You do know that the Monster Nationals are less than 2 weeks away? Don't you want to take the trophy rather than reliving the embarrassment of coming in runners-up like we did last year? We were actually waiting for you, fearless leader. but you were obviously too busy to grace us with your presence. Good to know we've got your support, Cap.
I love that the other ghouls are just like, oh, whatever Cleo says she gets, like, we'll just go along with it. And then Claudine is like, I'm not fucking putting up with this shit. Claudine was iconic, dude.
I don't need to explain myself to you or anyone else. If you must know, I needed to see someone about a pyramid, so I was running a bit late.
Are you sure that pyramid's name wasn't Spectra?
What are you talking about, Claudine? If you want to say something, just come right out and say it!
Well, you asked for it. A couple of us have been seeing you running around with Spectra, and yet you don't have time to turn up to practice. When you do, you're late. What have you got to say about that?
Bruh, why are they going after her about this? This feels so harsh. But it's fun seeing someone talk about their passion. It is my passion. It's my life. I wouldn't be the JasperWackx that everyone knows today without Monster High. It's definitely, like, a big contributor to me as a person. In both passion, personality, and VTuber, so...
Well, Claudine, I don't know where you hear this stuff from, but I've not talked to that nosy blogger in ages. You know that Spectra and I do not get along at the best of times.
She's
so
not
I try
possessed
to
right
avoid
now.
her whenever I can. You're making absolutely no sense at all. You know what? Think what you like. I'm not sticking around to listen to this. You ghouls just better start taking your practice seriously. I'm out of here. New ghoul, follow me. I want to talk to you.
Oh my god! Ah! I respect it, thank you. I don't want to. No, why are you just going with her?
Ugh, I'm so angry. Those ghouls, they're just not taking this competition seriously. Spending their time chit-chatting instead of practicing. It's going to be a repeat of last year, and I hate losing. Look, I know you're new, but you have come through for me with the last 2 sets of Cosmic Fear leading steps. At the very least, I can tell you're trying, which is more than I can say about everybody else.
Jeez.
So once again, I'm going to leave
Ah.
a set of moves in your capable hands. Can you do that for me?
No! I don't want to. They're always in some weird, like, really hard to reach place that I have to do, like, jump fetch quests for. And they're a fucking pain. You have to, like, climb different things, which is really hard when you can't, like, control the camera angles. Everything is your problem, straight up. All these, like, ghouls, like, rely on me for literally everything. Any minor inconvenience, they're like, JasperWackx, can you, go and get me a box of tissues? Oh, can you go and get me this fertilizer? Oh, can you go risk your neck and rescue fucking Rochelle from the graveyard where she's a literal gargoyle? I swear to God!
Okay, so this one
I'm
is
loving it.
really difficult.
Oh,
To
fuck.
solve the final clue that points to the location of the Cosmic Fear leading steps, you will really have to flex those mental muscles.
You say this every
This
time.
trio of moves are the most complex of all.
Oh my
If we want to win, we will have to master Spirit Tuck, Perky, and Double Hook.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this one is really difficult. To solve the final clue that points to the location of the Cosmic Fear leading steps, you will really have to flex those mental muscles. This trio of
Oh,
moves
it's
are
repeating.
the most... The riddle is, I'm in the spotlight every night, but I have never put on a single performance. What am I? The clue that goes with it is EGATs. Have you got the answer?
The only complicated thing about these riddles, right, is the fact that I have to spell them. And I'm not the best speller in the world. but like that's about the toughest one, I think. They're usually like piss easy. So I'm the spotlight in every night. I'm in the spotlight every night, but I never put on a single performance. What am I? A moth? I'm in the spotlight every night. EGAT. I cannot do riddles. Can you rob a bank for me? Yeah, straight up. Literally, they would ask me to do that. EGAT. That's not like every night. Oh man, I'm usually really good at these, and I can't think for the life of me what this one is. Don't spoil it for me. I'm working it out. Maybe if I write it down, actually. Maybe I can work it out this way. I can do this. I can figure this out. Right. EGATs. Gates, potentially. Is it Gates? Oh. It is Gates. Why did I not, like, get that? I forget that it's... So, basically, the riddle is the location of the... It's the Gates.
That's not quite right.
Is it not?
I have a feeling that you're close, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this one is really difficult. The riddle is, I'm...
So it's not Gates. Did I spell it right? Are you sure it's... Is it not Gates? Wait. Does it have to be in capitals? Is that what's going on? No.
That's
Okay.
not quite... Okay, so this one is...
Pain, yeah.
The riddle is,
In the spotlight every night, but I never put on a single performance. I got Tigers. None of these are making words except Gates. Gee, oh, I don't know. Stage. Shit! Oh my god! No, that's probably it! Holy shit, thank you.
stage! Of course!
Holy shit! Well done, because like, dude, you're like worried about the fact.
always on it. Now, where would a stage be in Monster High?
What? In the
The
fucking...
auditorium. It must mean there. Go get those steps.
Stage backwards. Yeah, thank you so much. I literally was like, what the fuck am I missing? It's really just backwards. I should have figured that out. Thank you very much. Wow. You said you couldn't do riddles, so you did them. Well done. Oh my god. Why did that, like... Oh, man. Collect cheer steps. I don't really want to, but I will. We end up only being able to do like one day a stream at the minute because the days are just so long. Oh, hello. Just breaking into people's lockers is fine. The auditorium. It was a scam. Straight up. If I don't solve a stupid riddle, she'd be forced to find someone else, but... Wait. Oh my god, I can change my appearance here? Holy shit, cool. Right, seek. Okay, so the first one is on this side. This is really hard. I passed right by it. Okay, cool. I have no way of getting up there. Yeah, I went with a Werecat character because I thought it was iconic. I thought the ghost walk cycle was pretty good, but I kind of like... I just went with the Werecat, I don't really know why. Fuck off! See, this is where we get trouble because I'm like, honestly awful at trying to catch these fucking... It's really... It looks so easy. Fuck off! Oh, fuck. Why am I pressing enter, by the way? It looks really easy, but it's really not. Oh. Whoa. Can I turn around? I can't even look where I'm supposed to go. This is a problem. Why are you pressing enter? I don't know. Watch me flunk this now. No! Yeah, I told you. These fetch quests just take so long that, like... God, these are so hard to control when the camera moves. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, these days end up taking, like, a good hour to complete because they're just, These fetch quests just take me so long. No! What the fuck was that? You literally had... Are you kidding? I spend half my life in fucking fetch quests at the minute. Yeah, I can't get up there. Oh, fuck. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I'll go with it. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. You can see my shadow. That's so funny. Is it down? it's down. Cool, cool, cool. No more fucking high stakes. Are you kidding? It's at the top of the auditorium! No! Oh no, and I have to climb! Would there be stairs or something that I find afterwards? There is fucking stairs, they're right there. I'm looking right at them. Are you kidding? Ah! Oh. Right, whatever. I just made a mountain out of a molehill. Jesus. Right. Cleo, I swear to God, I'm quitting. I am quitting. I'm quitting the cheer team. No. Ignore the stream elements message. There isn't anything on the wish list. I just still haven't taken it down. Or changed it, so... Right.
Oh, my Ra, you have done it. You are much more loyal than these other ghouls. I cannot believe they would accuse me of something I haven't done. I'm leaving. Tell those ghouls to practice without me.
Why me? I'm the worst at authoritarianism. I'm not authoritative at all. Ah, she literally ran. Okay, they want me to do a practice. The problem with the practice is it's copyrighted, so I have to mute it at the right time because, Jesus Christ, I'm not going through the hassle of trying to mute it in YouTube editor again because I got copyrighted. Oh well. Right. I will BRB. I'm gonna leave the music running in the background, so... Oh, I don't think it will, actually. Never mind. You're gonna fix all the problems of the world at this rate. I know. Right, I will be right back. I'll see you in a bit. And I've got a supernatural mug full of cinnamon toast crunch because it's 9 a.m. somewhere. Welcome back to the living, or shall we say the dead, because we're playing Monster High. Thank you, I am back. Will it connect? Yeah. I'm just eating some cereal. My house smells like alcohol. I was walking down the hallway and I got a really strong smell of like alcohol, which I don't know where that's come from because I work nights and so does my partner, so we can't drink alcohol. Oh, they're kind of stale. Alright, let's go on to the...
So, what did she say?
She doesn't remember.
You've gotta be kidding me. I don't know why we bother.
Enough with the Cleo stuff already. Let's get this practice pumping.
Oh no. Oh god, here we go. I have to mute it because it will play the... Oh god. Play the Monster High, like, not theme tune, but the Madison Beer version. And it's copyrighted! Not as iconic as the original one, though. What am I doing? I'm just like gonna throw myself. That was totally false. Good job. Don't worry. She's not actually like saying that. They're not missing any dialogue. And now it's gonna be mystery. Oh, I did it. Oh god, here we go. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Same Paul just came home. No. Okay. Okay. That's it, perfect. Oh, was it? And that's it. That's all it is. Jesus Christ. Do you know how many times we failed at that when we first started doing it? Go to cooking club. Got no clue, no use, okay. You did it. Cooking club. Oh, JasperWackx, you're just in time. We're making the special now. Hey guys, let's get going on the spaghetti. Very monster-heavy puns in this series. Okay, I've got the pots for pasta. Chopping onions. Reducing the tomatoes. Pretty creeperific, right? It's all like a well-coiled machine. Well-coiled machine. I think he means oiled. I don't think... okay. In fact, I think we should take on more work. You've got the bake sale coming up, my dude. I would worry about that. I was thinking, what if we cooked students? I read that as, what if we cook the students? Favorite dishes, that would be sick. That would be a lot. JasperWackx, I need you to go around and ask the students what some of their faves are. We're going to give them a total scream of the corp. I have no idea what that means. Maybe next time on it. Great, scurry back once you're done. very hygienic cooking. Cool, this is it. Yes, cook the students. Good idea. I mean, most of them are like undead, so probably won't taste the nicest. The creepateria. There's a whole doll line for this, like, this room. One of the wildest pieces of merchandise I ever had was like, I had a rug, and I found out the other day that that rug is so like rare that you can't even find listings for it online. I'm devastated because it was gotten rid of like several years ago because it was in my parent, like I had to take it out of my bedroom, and my parents put it in the garage, and then after like several years of it not being on display, they decided to get rid of it, which was a shame. But like now it's probably worth a small fortune. Angel food cake. Oh, okay. Wild berry and clover smoothies. Oh. What a terrible thing to have as your favorite food item. A drink. Smoothies aren't food, that's a drink. Right? Am I wild for thinking that? Oh, why did it send me back and forth between these two? Chilling cheese fries. You're a cat! You're likely lactose intolerant, my G. Return to juice. Do I have to? I think we are only gonna get one day done, I'm afraid, guys, because I'm gonna have to go soon. Soonish. I know I've got a while, but she's gotta have dinner. Ah, you're back. What did you find out? That no one really knows what favorite food items means. Whoa, that's a coffin load of booth foods to try. Is it? It was like 3 items. This is gonna be great. Thanks for the help. Right, I have time to talk to Hyde, and I haven't had time to talk to Hyde in a while. Or at least another fetch quest. Operetta, another iconic doll. I have 2 of her original ones, because my parents accidentally bought a duplicate. And they held on to the duplicate. So now, I can have one out of the box and one in the box. Hey there. Hey, there you are, JasperWackx. What's up? So, okay, so I got a sample sound from Slow Mo and wrote this song up last night. I'm calling it Slow Mix. I'm gonna give you a sneak preview because you put me on Slow Mo. Have a listen. Okay, I will be quiet during this so that I don't get copyrighted. I mean, it's sick, but it would be sicker if they didn't play the fucking background music during it. What did you think? It's great! Yeah! Alright, I'm gonna release this bad boy today. I can't wait to see the reaction to this. Sick! Alright, get to class. that's my class, okay. I mean, you'd have less work to do then, yeah. You know what they say, 2 is better than 1 or something like that. Yeah, I guess. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Oh, for fuck's sake. We're so close to finishing this robot. Could use your Voltage's help. Rebecca's like fucking one of my favorite characters, but like genuinely, her fucking robotics club is the bane of my existence. They were like, hey, do you want to join robotics club? And I was like, no, I don't. And I literally selected no, I don't. And I still have ended up being the like honorary member of robotics club. Talk to Jennifer. I don't feel like the music's sped up. I want to join Fashion Club, but I don't actually know where it is or what happens, and I haven't had a quest for it, so I don't actually know if it exists or if they just sent me that message. I don't know, it might be this. Thank you so much for coming, JasperWackx. We need your keen eye for such a task. Oh god. Such a hair-raising task, you mean? What? But if anyone's up to the challenge, I'm sure it's JasperWackx. Okay. Flattery won't work here, Persephone. Persephone. Wait, where is Skeleta? Flattery always gets a whack at everything. Oh, she's there. She's opposite me. Why did it face me? Come on, let's get this show on the road. I'd like to make a point. I don't have any clue who that character in pink is. I think she released shortly after I started, like, taking down my collection. So I have no idea. I have a Skeleta, though. Although we were discussing last stream that, like, she was considered, like, massively problematic because, ironically, like, when Monster High came out, the dolls and the doll art were criticized quite heavily by parents for being, like, stick thin and encouraging, like, unhealthy, like, standards amongst kids. And it's like, well, they're monsters. It's not really, like, no one's going to be able to look like them. But I understood the criticism. They were incredibly, like, spindly looking. And in response to this criticism, Mattel, which is the company that owns Monster High, Mattel literally released a skeleton. They released a skeleton character, which was, like, wild. Like, I still, like, that was just a marketing choice that was like, okay. The body mold, because all the dolls have their own individual body molds and stuff, depending on their, like, characteristics and stuff. And she has definitely got one of the cooler body modes. However, they gave, like, because if you take the clothes off, the body's underneath, right? It is a full skeleton. Like, she is a full skeleton, like, body mold. So, like, you got, like, the skeleton arms, skeleton legs, the skeleton, like, you've got her pelvis and her ribcage, right? But how did they make sure that we knew it was a female skeleton? How did Mattel get around that? Did they give her a bra? No, they gave her bone titties. Like, they straight up enlarged the ribcage in 2 parts to give her bone titties. It's the funniest thing in the world, but it's, like, genuinely, like, it was the weirdest response to, like, the criticism. I don't know, it was one of those wild times. You got little choice in what you do, it looks like, yeah. What? Dude, just the skeleton. If you're curious, look up Skeleta Calavera, I think her name is. You'll understand. Oh, Skeleta, we're ready. Are you? See, because she's a full skeleton. See, but we have one problem. We forgot the models. Oh, are they gonna make me try them on? I have a feeling our new girlfriend would make a perfect model. Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez. I mean, it's green. The trim reminds me of a gnarly ball of yarn. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of like it. I can't explain it, but I'm mesmerized by these colors. The colors are hideous! What are you on about? They're like olive green. That is not a good color choice. Also, my outfit is literally like the color swap of Twyla Boogeyman's. What was your inspiration, Skeletor? Twyla! Mi madre. I love my whole family, but this color always reminds me of her. Oh, I believe it's my turn, if you don't mind, ghouls. Oh. Boring. Classic. Such breathtaking beauty. I mean, it's a nice classic, like, casual piece, but it's not exactly anything to, like, go home about. You know, this one I'm not so sure about. It's very corporate. I know what you mean. Like, where can I wear this? To the office? This is not my color. Bruh. Are you sure there's nothing you like about my work? Please don't take it personally, Jennifer. You worked really hard, it shows. It does not. Personal? I'm sorry, ghouls, but I needed time to think about all this. Ooh. Wow. Now that's one fiery personality. Bruh. Seriously, it's just a fashion show. Could have been less harsh about it. Speak to Jennifer. What are you eating? Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is a cereal. Oh. Please leave me be. Wait, you never said what you think of my dress. I like it. You do? Well then why are the other ghouls so displeased? Improve it? I wish these ghouls could understand my vision. Yeah, an office look. Aw, they came to find her though. Hey Jennifer. Oh! What, you're not talking to us? Oh please. Do you remember when Slow-Mo's remix came out? That was today, but never mind. That song really fires me up and not in a good way. Sorry Hen, but the music had slightly more flavor to it than your dress, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, but does that mean you dislike Slow-Mo? No? Why would I? Oh, I understand. It's not me that you did not like, it was just the dress. Maybe all it needs is some yarn. Ghouls, I'm sorry to have wasted so much time on this. We're sorry too, we never meant to hurt your feelings. I know that now. Fashion Club isn't the same without you there. And we should get back to it as we do not have much time. The fashion show is just days away. Go to Robotics Club, do I have to? Here we go. We almost have everything in place for our robot. What's left to go? Give it some sweet threads and a name. Not yet, Heath. The robot doesn't remember anything, so it needs a memory chip. I thought I could hear Paul then. I mean, he's home, but I thought I could hear him at all. Oh, here we go. They're right here. Yeah, but we don't have enough. We'll need a few more. Oh, how convenient! Just what? Oh! I remember seeing some memory chips in the classroom around school. Would you get them for us? Not today. Fantastic. Once we have them, the robot will begin to learn things. Jeez. They always want you to get... they always want you to get this stuff for them. I think that's literally just the point of the game. This is why we end up only being able to do like 1 day per stream, because the amount of time it just takes to do the fucking fetch quest is like criminal. I'm not upset about it. I mean, I would love to stream this game more, but unfortunately, like timing wise, when I'm on holiday, when I'm at work, it's definitely harder to be able to squeeze it in, because I have to eat at a certain time and then go to bed at a certain time. However, we'll say I am going on holiday soon, as in like I'm off work in a couple weeks in kind of anticipation for our streamversary. So hopefully, if we're still playing this by then, which I think we will be, I will have time to play it then. So we will see. Here we go. Fetch quest number 69. Oh. I can't even, like, see... Oh. This isn't right. The concentration on her face. Ooh. No. How do I... Oh, okay, I got it. I figured it out. They want me to go over here. And then here. Oh! And then up here. Oh. It's a bit of an expectation that I can make that jump though. Oh! There we go. I don't think I can make that. Not this angle, I can't. Oh, there we go. Trying to turn the camera around is really... takes some practice. You can do it, thank you! So rude. Yeah. Yeah, the jarringness. Oh, for fuck's sake. The jarring. Ooh, wow, look at that view. Holy shit. That's nice. Oh my god, I'm in the bell tower. Whoa. Wait, if I press this, will I... Wow! I get to press the bell. So very happy. Right, can I turn? Ooh! No, okay, that was not gonna go the way I hoped it would. Oh, thank fuck for that. Holy shit. Okay. Thank fuck. Okay. I'm not done. Are you kidding? I'm not done. Right. I think it's right at the top is what it's trying to tell me. Yeah, okay. At least it's not too hard to get to. Sick! How am I supposed to go that way, Hen? Honestly. Ace, cool. I got down from that pretty quick. Oh, at least they made up. They're all talking again. Although she doesn't look very happy. Assemble the robot. Jeez. You're doing great, thank you. I do have plans to like do more with Monster High stuff once we finish this game. I've been doing a lot of cleaning with it. Because I don't think I'm gonna bore you guys with doing the restorations on stream because a lot of that is just waiting for things to kind of like marinate, if that makes sense. Like, with the like hair, I'd love to do it on stream, but the problem is like with like goo gone or like removing the goo or anything from it, that requires me to like put it on and then leave it for a bit, and then you know, and then it's like once I wash it all and do the boil washes and stuff, I would be coming in and out of stream quite often to do that, and then also in order to like get like curls, for example, I'd have to like repetitively like coil up the hair, and then even after that it still has to sit for 2 days. So I'd love to, I just don't think it's really gonna be that entertaining. It might be worth it, some people would be into it. Hey JasperWackx, got the memory chips? Ow, there's something pinching. Yay, now we can learn to dance. Let's get these chips hooked up. You know what to do, JasperWackx. Oh my god, not again. I'm so shit at these mazes. I'm not doing well at this. Hang on. Let me just have my cinnamon toast. Oh, I got it. Okay. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, baby. Let's go. I didn't go see it. You have to like squint at it for quite some time. This is horrifying. What the fuck? And we're done. We basically just birthed life. What the fuck? Can we talk to it? Gee. Huh? That doesn't make any sense. It's a new robot. It doesn't understand yet, but it will. So it needs to learn everything from scratch. That's right. It has the mind of a newborn child, only faster. Faster. Whoa, it just spoke. It'll take a while before the robot understands things. Come and check it out. They're doing the same movements. That's really jarring. Come and check it out tomorrow after it's had a night to develop. Sick. Hey, to the comic book club. Oh fuck, that scared me then. Ooh, it like juddered then. Probably because it's getting so many notifications, but... I don't know how to fix it. Ooh, hello. That was easy. Ace. Oh, okay. We're going... I don't think this is the quickest route, but never mind. Oh, maybe it is actually. The library is like right there. Awesome. Okay, so comic book club. Are you gonna make me dress? Oh my god, they made a design based on me. Fun fact, last stream we had to dress up like this character and then go and save Rochelle from the fucking graveyard. I still think a musical number would be aces. I think a musical number would be aces. That might just be overboard. I like Nathan's suggestion of a book signing. We can autograph people's copies. You have to be somewhat famous to do that, though. Yes, the book signing is a great idea. We can pass copies of the book and really promote Tessa telepathy. Great suggestion, Nathan. Thanks, but a book signing needs a grave amount of work too. I mean, we should get some art to hang up, and of course we need to get the word out. Well, in my spare time I've been trying my hand at designing a few scary, cool rockabilly posters for Tessa telepathy. They look fantastic. We could hang them up all over the school so everyone knows when the book signing is happening. JasperWackx, could you hang out? Could you hang up these posters around the school? Cool school. I cannot thank you enough, JasperWackx. At least she's fucking nice. You know what, Gulia, like, she was not my favorite character growing up. Like, despite the fact that she's based on like scene fashion, which I don't get where people get that idea from. I don't really see it. But like, she wasn't my favorite character growing up. But like, as an adult, I'm like, you know what? 10 out of 10. Can't thank you enough, JasperWackx. And she's so nice. You're such a big help. Bruh, at least she's like kind about it. The others are like, cheers! And she's like, I literally would not cope without you. Alright. Oh, jeez, not outside. Ugh. Okay. Frustrating. I'm gonna get downstairs later and Paul's gonna be like, why the fuck are you like grunting and groaning at a game? Oh my god, the fucking tune. It's our plants. Yeah, let's put up the posters all outside. Oh, please don't make me do one on top. It is as well. I think last time we had to do a fetch quest out here, I literally just went through the fucking school all the way to the top because I just could not be bothered to try and do these fucking climbing tasks. Net redeem drink, let me think you net, I will drink to that. Because they are such a pain in the ass to do when you can literally not even see the, like, camera angle. But I'm getting better at them, look at this. I fucked that up. Ugh. Okay. Why have I got to put one up here when it's this hard to get up here? I'm supposed to be a cat. I'm supposed to be good at, like, at doing these, and I'm not. I'm honestly god-awful. Alright. To the library. I still cannot get over the little scuttle walk that she does. There's definitely the I shouldn't be running in these heels kind of walk. Oh, put up. I still have more posters to put up. Are you kidding me? They're in here as well. Oh my god. This is just embarrassing. I'm just putting up like different posters of a character based on my likeness. Oh wow. Please stop sending me newsfeed updates. I literally cannot read them. No, thank fuck these are all on the ground. Jesus Christ. Go home. Hang on. Is that it? Oh, okay, I guess we're done then. Monster day is over. Press enter. No, net. I did that. I tried. It didn't work. Oh, the bus is so iconic. Freedom! Yes! Now I'm in my dead room. Dread room, whatever you want to call it. So cool. So many sick posters. I want to, like, see if there's been any, like... they're all really terrible. They're really boring, or they're, like... Those are cool, I guess. Do some clothes customizing. Yeah, now we've got like a nice green dress. You gotta go with gold hoops. Do I have any leggings yet? No, I still don't. I don't think these shoes go with it though. Those definitely don't go with it. Maybe those. We'll probably get more options once we wake up and then we can change it, but... Should change the hairstyle because I always change the hairstyle. Hate the fringes when they're just bare cut. And on the dolls, they didn't look good either. That one's cool. We had that one for a while. Maybe this one. With like the gold. I think we'll go with this. Just for now until we wake up in the morning. Cool. And then, time for sleep. Success. That literally took us 2 hours to do. Tidy wardrobe, yeah, you get money. Aces, cool. Hello. I don't want any chips. I end up getting really sick when I... Can I have some? Sure. He doesn't want to share his chips with me, guys. Sorry, I'm just ordering food. Everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? Thank you. That's you. So rude, I know, right? That was my boyfriend. If you know where I live with a man. There's a video on my channel about it now. Right. It came up with a notification then and I want to take a... Oh my god, look at them! I need. I'm like so confused about these and I have no idea what they are. Oh my god, I literally would cry. Wait, I need to like see these shoes. Oh, look at them! They do not go at all, but they're so pretty. Oh, okay. Right, I will leave the game in the year. It should have auto-saved, so... Yes. And with that, guys, we're gonna leave the stream there, just because now I have to go and rush to get food. I'm really sorry that none of the VODs have been uploaded this week. That was my bad. Obviously, there was supposed to be one on Monday, but I kind of fucked up on that. So please excuse that. No, they will not be going up today either. I don't have time. I will try to get at least one out tomorrow, and if I don't upload the Thursday one from last week, tomorrow it will be because it's scheduled for Monday, because we don't have one coming up next Monday, because obviously I didn't stream on Monday because we had a collab. So yes, yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. It was very much a joyous experience with both Net and Quesadilla, and we are gonna was fun. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll see you again here soon, but thank you very much for joining me today anyway. So if you're curious, by the way, if anyone else is lurking in chat either, because I can't see the numbers, by the way, but if anyone's curious, we stream on Mondays at 11 AM GMT +1. If you're curious what that is in your time zone, it's available in my schedule tab. But if you're, and it will tell you what the time is for your country. And we stream at 4 PM GMT +1 on Thursdays. The time difference is just so that I can get the like most out of my streams, because the problem I have is like there were a bunch of people that kind of came on from the like other parts of the world, and they were struggling to catch the streams that early in the morning because it was usually like the middle of the night for them. So I would I started doing 4 PM so I could give a time for everyone. But yes, so if it's not a good time for you in the morning, I understand. Monday streams are a little bit longer, typically. The reason that Thursday streams are so short is because I wake up so late, and also it's the middle of my work week. So please excuse. Monday will be my work time, so see you next week, maybe. Hopefully we do. If you do want to catch the streams at a later time, no pressure or anything. The VODs are always available. I do try, I haven't this week, but they do get uploaded a week after every stream. So today's VOD will go up next Thursday, and so on and so forth. So if you're curious about what happened or anything, you're more than welcome to catch them. And they're complete archives, so every single stream that we've ever done is available on there, right from when my first stream, right to the most latest. So yes. Anyway, guys, with all the love in the world, I will love and leave you right now. I'm not going to do any raiding because I don't have time, and also because I don't think there's much. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. It was very lovely to speak to all of you. Hopefully I'll see you very, very soon. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. And I'll see you soon. Also, I forgot to mention the other day, we've got the Halloween assets out, so fun times. If you're curious what the background's doing, it's different. It's not usually like this. But yes, this is why the background is different. Right, anyway, guys, all the love in the world, and I'll see you very soon. See you on Monday for what I think should be Poppy Playtime, but no promises. Bye, guys! Bye, 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 bye.